Hello there everybody, welcome back to another MapleStory related video. It is the Triple M, the Monday Maple Musings, the microwave, where we take a look at the subreddit over the last week and we just kind of see what's been happening in the community as posted by the community. Yes, that means you. Technically could mean also me, but I don't post shit here. I just upvote people that are having fun, and I typically downvote people that are being dickheads. I know, I'm doing my part truly. 07 in the chat. So if that sounds like something that you want to stick around for, welcome. Let's get on with this. Make sure you like the video and subscribe, though. Bigger number, better person, and you guys make me feel like a better person, let me tell ya. This week, I do want to bring attention to the Dave the Diver guide in case you guys haven't seen this somehow. I do have, this is the only thread that I have pulled up. I don't necessarily follow this myself, even though I probably should if I want to min-max the amount of Dave Dive tokens you get. Dave Diver tokens, whatever the heck they're called. I don't know, man. But basically, the TLDR on Dave the Diver is you don't need to follow a guide or anything to hyper-optimize the routes that you take, or the like sushi that you sell, or the way you play the minigame, basically. This is just if you want to min-max the amount of dive tokens you get from the whole event. Because there are some good things in the shop, but it's not that big of a deal to me personally, which is why I'm just playing the game how I want to play it. And honestly, this minigame is so good, I'm like probably gonna buy Dave the Diver just to play it when I get bored, later. Cause I've always been like semi-interested in the game and I just never bought it, but this collab makes me want to play it. But anyways, this is the post. If I remember, I'll put the link to this post in the description, and it also has this like sheet. So for example, like, this is like the level of where I would be at. Like, I think technically I'm on day 7. But if I were following the hyper optimized guide, I would be on day 5 right now. And this is what I would be doing. It tells you exactly everything that it expects you to do and your expected outcome from it. And there's also a video guide series on it. This is from Wacky Beans. If you are familiar with the Wacky Beans website, it is just a guy. I think he plays Maple C. But yeah, it's good shit, and I just wanted to bring people's attention to that in case you're still trying to like struggle on Dave the Diver. Oh, also, if you haven't for some reason started Dave the Diver yet, you have plenty of leeway to finish the event. It's something like I want to say like a 40-day event, and you can finish like the main story stuff in like 20. So even if you haven't started it now, you definitely can finish it if you so desire. But ultimately, I think Dave the Diver is just fun, dude, honestly. So if you're not super worried about the optimization, just play it, honestly. Just play it, it's fun. For the actual post, though. Oh, I remember this One Piece collab image. It was funny. Oh yeah, temporary Pottable badge. People are very upset about Ride or Die rewards. I'm more upset just about the Ride or Die thing in general, but you can also say, well, yeah, you don't care because you have a badge. You're not wrong, but also, like, I would like a badge from my other characters, you know? Like, my Thunderbreaker has totems, but it doesn't have a badge because I just never did the Ghost Ship badge quest on that character because I never expected to play it. Shit like that's funny to me. What else we got going on here? Stargazer going to go down as one of the worst patches. We'll go there. They timed everyone out for doing the big beat sticker. That sounds funny as fuck, man. And then we'll open up this one. Alright, this is a good starting spot. Got tired of waiting for a One Piece collab, so I made one myself. I saw this. I've never seen One Piece, full disclaimer, but I know the characters, or at least some of them. And from what I've seen, this is pretty fire. I love this Luffy. It's so funny to me. I hate this arm item so goddamn much, but this is a pretty good use of it. Oh, it's funny. It's funny to me. Your Luffy makes me think of this. Alright. I don't get this. I'm not an anime enjoyer. Got a Red Warrior Katana Cape for my Hayato, just waiting for CS transfer, working on Nami next. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. How are you going to have a One Piece collab, but not make Nami, bro. Isn't Nami like the character, you know? I guess it's the Gooner character. This is just funny. Oh yeah, they shut down the Discord suggestion feedback thing temporarily. We'll be temporarily closing the suggestions feedback channel for now, while we fully understand how everyone feels. Many posts don't align with this channel's purposes, and this is a measure to help keep things organized. This channel will reopen once maintenance is complete. We appreciate your understanding. I mean, I understand it from both ends, because, like, shit like this isn't really a suggestion. Though technically it could be construed as feedback. I think they just need to make, like, another channel specifically for, like, I don't know, direct interaction almost. I don't know. We have so many CMs and we have so little CM, basically. And yeah, I do agree that bring back Tespia is a legitimate suggestion. 100,000,000%. I don't think that this is a troll. I think this is actually, like, legit. I think we touched on it in one of the MMMs a few weeks ago, but I think having a test environment, especially when we have patches that are pretty disconnected from, like, what they were in Korea at this point, right? Because we have a lot of additional things that get added to our patches and are just, like, GMS specific, right? It's no surprise, and it's no secret. So having a test environment to make sure the shit works, and, like, I'm sure they have an internal test environment, don't get me wrong. I would be very surprised if they didn't even have that. But I'm talking about, like, you know, like, we have a group of testers, we pushed a patch out. It's like a literal test server, you know, just to make sure. That's what we're missing. And I understand why they don't have it anymore. And I understand. I understand. I just think it's probably more of a net benefit than a net negative. And they can just curate better what they add to the test server, right? Angry Mad Pink Bean, you have been timed out for 23 hours, 59 seconds. Temporary Pottable badge is such an incredible spit in the face from Nexon. So yeah, that's one of the rewards from Ride or Die 2, is a temporary badge that can be, what you say. What are the words I'm looking for? Okay, so Ride or Die, you can buy a Pottable badge. You can either get a Pottable badge from, I want to say the box rewards or the fragment rewards, one of those two. And then you can also buy a badge that is Pottable. These are both Pottable. Or you can buy a badge from the Ride or Die shop with coins, I believe. You're going to have to cube these, and they only last for 30 days. Neither of them are permanent, and people are very upset about that. I understand being upset about it. I totally agree in some regard. I think it's very... I don't want to say short-sighted, because it shows at least that they're aware of the badge being like an actual issue that people care about, at the very least. I guess I'm trying to look at this from a more positive angle rather than just assuming they're dumb, incompetent idiots. Even though I think that's a totally fair, you know, point of view if that's what you want to take. I think in my experience in my life, especially when it comes to video games that I'm enjoying and want to keep enjoying, I think trying to look at things from a positive angle rather than a negative angle typically helps. And it's kind of like the old razor. What is it? Hanlon's razor. I think it's Hanlon's, where it's like, don't attribute malice to that which can be explained by stupidity or something like that. And I try to look at this from like a, you know, they're at least aware of the issue and they're trying to figure out a better permanent solution. Because I don't think, and maybe this is crazy for me, but I don't think putting like a permanent Pottable badge in Ride or Die 2 would be a good solution either. Unless Ride or Die becomes like an event that runs like twice a year consistently for the rest of the game's lifespan. Because I don't think an item like a totem or like a badge or like anything should be locked behind an event ever, right? I don't think that. And that was the nice thing about Ghost Ship badge back in the day. It was just a quest line that was always there until they removed Malaysia and Singapore, right? It was the Sengoku badge that was the event badge. I don't have a Sengoku badge on any character. because I never played for enough of the events. But I do have Ghost Ship badge on my Wild Hunter and my Nightwalker, for example, because it was just a badge you could always get at any time. But that's what I mean. I think they need to add a badge that you can get permanent that's always in the game. I think that's the big issue, right? And then if that existed, they could make things like this temporary badge that are slightly better for people who want to like min-max stats. I think that's fine too. But I think the problem is just that they don't have a badge in the game right now as it is. I think it's incredibly rough to actually release a permanent item that eclipses a pitch boss drop from a monthly boss. I 100% agree with this too. And this is something that I've thought about as well. Because, okay, right now, for example, my Nightwalker is 6 set pitched. So my 7 set would be the next pitched item that I would equip, right? I'm missing CFE, Dreamy Belt, I'm missing Eye Patch, and I'm missing Genesis Badge. Even with Genesis Badge giving me 7 set pitched, it's like not better than my Ghost Ship badge. It does seem very strange to me that the pitched boss item is just not good enough. And I know a lot of people will say just make the Genesis Badge Pottable. And I definitely think they could do that, but I don't think they will. I don't know. I think they did just kind of mess up with giving us a Pottable badge and then removing it, because it's a GMS-only problem. Badges should have been Pottable, at least in GMS, ever since Ghost Ship Exorcist released. Gear gap between Pottable and non-Pottable is way too big. Yeah. However, the FD difference between endgame pot, Sengoku GSC, and non-pot Jenny Monster Park is no more than 2 FD. I mean, yeah, the FD gain in a vacuum isn't, like, super big, but the point is, it is, you know, it's just always something that exists, right? And I totally understand. I feel this way similarly, too, which is why I'm not, like, too beat up over it. For example, on, like, my other characters that I'm trying to play, like my Thunderbreaker, my Dawn Warrior, like, I'm not worried that they don't have, like, a Pottable badge. But I think the whole core system of, like, Ghost Ship Exorcist badge used to just be permanently in the game. You just did a quest at any time that you wanted, right? And now it's gone for, like, basically no reason. I don't know. It's definitely a hot topic, and you can take it in many different ways, and I don't think there's a right or a wrong way to take it, truthfully. It sucks, though. Stargazer are going to go down as one of the worst patches in GMS history. It's supposed to be a huge accomplishment for GMS. Exclusive class, exclusive event, collabs, seasonal player influx. Instead, Part 1 is plagued by game-breaking bugs with subsequent 36 hours of maintenance. Part 2 already has an unexpected maintenance, and the content itself is shit and buggy. Way to go, GMS. Outstanding communication. What is buggy? Genuinely, I'm confused. What is buggy in Part 2? There was an unscheduled maintenance that needed to happen, but that only went down once, and it was like a scheduled, unscheduled maintenance, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, oh, we're taking the servers down in 2 minutes, which is what happened in Part 1. And as far as I'm aware, like, the Dave the Diver shit is fucking awesome. Granted, that is KMS content, but I don't know if you're talking about Ride or Die 2, in which case, I did my Ride or Die 2, I did all code X15, but I didn't see any bugs with it. It was just Ride or Die, which is not fun, but it didn't seem buggy. I don't know. I thought having unscheduled maintenance after the regular maintenance is some deep level 6 iceberg joke that we the players are part of. It's just tradition at this point. If they don't do an unscheduled maintenance right after a regular patch, it's a true MapleStory that we're playing. I don't understand why people act like this is an exception. I've been addicted to this game for over 15 years now, and more often than not, we're having a maintenance extension, unscheduled maintenance, and so on. It's absolutely chaotic, and it's been like that for 15 years. The only thing that's changed over time is we're getting compensations like it all. Every 2 to 3 years, Nexon gets lucky, and we might have 2 consecutive maintenances without any issues. Then Nexon bootlickers crawl out of their holes and act like Nexon maintenances are always on time. To be fair, it's been a long time since they messed up the maintenance. I'm a developer myself, and I can understand them. Production code is weird sometimes. We should be patient with them. They're learning from their mistakes. They have huge issues every time, yet there isn't a test server. They're running 7 events in parallel at an exclusive class and a world leap all at the same time. Fucking why? Postpone the class, postpone the world leap, postpone some events, but no, nothing ever changes. Just accept that maintenance day plus unscheduled maintenance is the day after. It means no MapleStory. And if you're sweating it, do your dailies before the maintenance. Yeah, I do think it is nice to look at it from like a lens of like positivity, kind of like I was saying, and it's comical coming from me. I know I'm like a very negative person because I'm like a depressed sad boy in general, so for me to be talking about positivity rather than negativity is like funny. But I don't know, like I said, for video games specifically, especially games that you're trying to enjoy, it just helps me enjoy it more personally. And isn't that what games are for, is enjoying, you know? But I do agree completely. Like, the maintenances have always been kind of not good. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Not that it gives them a pass or anything, but it's not like this is like out of the normal. And it is true that we do get compensation now. So, yeah. They timed everyone out for doing the pink bean sticker. This shit's just funny to me. Just to be aware, it's the VFMs doing this, not the CMs. Brother, what the fuck is a VFM? What is a VFM? Volunteer forum moderator. Okay, cool. I'm dropping bean bombs in y'all's memories. That's funny. Funny in a sad way. And then ink, while that item is in the game permanently, it's just him showing a Sengoku badge. It is true. This is an item that is in the game permanently, but it was from an event that is very limited. I think it used to only run once a year, if I'm not mistaken, Sengoku High. And you also had the totems to get. But yeah, I agree. In what world does this exist? People have been begging for it for 5+ years, and your solution is a 30-day badge. We're going to need to put all our resources in just a cube to have a chance of a usable bot. Make it make sense. The slab from Misty Island was perm with similar boosting conditions. Make it the same. Yeah, so this is the totem that I was talking about. One of the best totem, the best totem in the game, actually, depending on the flame you get, since you can flame the totem. But yeah, shit shouldn't expire. Shit shouldn't be temporary. Or items that are the best in that slot should not ever be like temporarily available to purchase. Limited availability should only be on things that are like expire, right? I think if an item is permanent, if it expires, you can get away with it, okay? I think you can get away with it, because then it means the item will not be permanently best forever. It might be temporarily best while you have it, but if an item is best in that slot and it only comes from a limited event that only runs like once a year and then they stopped running the event, probably shouldn't happen. Will they fix it? I hope so at some point. How will they fix it? I don't know. It's up to them to figure out, you know? I'm just a dude on the internet who likes playing video games and talking about them. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Like the video if you like it, subscribe, all that good stuff, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!